Okay, this is exciting. Friends, beautiful. Friends, good afternoon. Swarthmore College was founded over 150 years ago, and in that time, only 15 people have been chosen to lead this life-changing, world-changing institution, including today, Valerie Smith. Okay, if you're going to do that every time, this is going to be a long afternoon. In a moment, we're going to have a reading from our Director of Religious and Spiritual Life, Joyce Tompkins. But first, I ask you once again to stand as you're able. And out of respect for the significance of this moment, I would like you to join us in a brief moment of silence, which is a legacy of our founding by the Society of Friends, or Quakers. So if you will, please stand as you're able. Thank you. Please be seated.
I was asked by Val to share a spiritually inclusive reading as part of today's ceremony, and I spent the summer deliberating and probably overthinking it. But finally, the reading I've chosen comes from my own tradition, the Christian tradition. And to some of you, I think it may be familiar, perhaps too familiar, because this passage is often read at Christian weddings. And it speaks about love. Trite? I don't really think so, because while today's occasion is not a wedding, it is in a way a marriage between this community and our newly chosen leader. As in a wedding, love is our central theme. Not love as a feeling, but love as an act of will, love as a daily discipline, love as the hard work of building a vibrant community out of diverse parts. Only a strong, spiritually grounded leader can model this kind of love. Only a reflective and intentional community can provide the support such a leader will need. And so, at the end of the reading, in keeping with my own tradition's practice, when ordaining a leader, I will give a brief charge. A reading from Paul's first letter to the Corinthians. If I speak in the tongue of mortals and of angels, but do not have love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give away all my possessions, and if I hand over my body so that I may boast, but I do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends, but as for prophecies, they will come to an end. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will come to an end. For we know only in part, and we prophesy only in part. But when the complete comes, the partial will come to an end. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became an adult, I put an end to childish ways. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then we will see face to face. Now I know only in part. Then I will know fully, even as I have been fully known. And now faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love. To Val. Where are you? You have been called to this community of Swarthmore as our new president. May love always guide you. May that love be horizontal in its outreach, embracing all here who teach and learn and serve. May that love be vertical as well, reaching deeply into the life of God to ground you, reaching high into the lofty vision of the friends by whom this college was founded, a vision we share today. To all in the Swarthmore community, the mantle of leadership is not always easy to bear. May we be mindful of the human woman beneath that mantle, supporting her as we join together with her as partners in this most important work. May we be a people who do the hard work of teaching, of learning, of questioning, of building, always with love. Always with love. Amen.
So I'd like to welcome everyone officially to Swarthmore College and to our lovely Lamb Miller Fieldhouse. I realize it's no Scott Amphitheater, but I'm thinking with a few generous donations, it could be a pretty nice facility. I know we've been touched or could be touched soon by Hurricane Joaquin outside, but in here, it's all about Hurricane Val. As your program indicates, I'm Tom Spock. I'm chair of the college's Board of Managers, and I'm one of the many extremely proud alums who have come back today for this landmark occasion. And while I do not for one moment believe that this is what she will be best remembered for, I'm especially proud to acknowledge the historic significance of this occasion and to celebrate the naming of our first African-American president. I'd like to offer a special welcome to students who are here today. Glad you joined us. And also to those who are visiting us for the first time, including representatives we have here today from more than 80 colleges and universities, schools that Swarthmore shares in so many ways, values and purpose. To me, celebration is the spirit of this weekend. We're celebrating a new beginning and a fresh future. And trust me, it's a future that's brimming with ideas, energy, optimism, and confidence. And it's a celebration that affirms the college's identity, the deepest values, and highest priorities. Those of you who were lucky enough to attend last night saw an amazingly wide range of artistic talent from our students, faculty, alums, and others. Then earlier today, we had 2 symposium panels with alumni who, in true Swarthmore fashion, showed they'll never stop wondering, never stop listening, analyzing, exploring, striving for better answers, and in some cases, even better questions. And to me, basically, they'll never stop talking. Following this installation, we'll celebrate simply by being together as colleagues and friends, united by our association, which has changed and is changing so many of our lives in so many ways. As part of the celebration, we're privileged to hear a variety of reflections from the college's faculty, staff, students, and alumni, as well as other friends from the surrounding community and at other educational institutions. We're going to hear musical interludes from one of the area's great success stories, the Chester Children's Chorus. And you've already heard the wonderful sounds from our talented gamelan Samari Santi. Thank you, guys. So thank you one and all for being here today, and let's get started. Enjoy the celebration.